welcome you all to the 13th GIPF, which is a virtual one. We thank all the poets for their enthusiasm to participate in this 13th fest in virtual mode. For the love of poetry to uphold human values, for the present and future young generations, we humbly started this GIPF in 2007.
Love is not love if it has limitations. Perhaps our love for poetry and your passion for poetry made us transgress many impediments in this poetic voyage of 13 years. Not for any awards, not for any rewards and recognitions, either from government organizations or from private organizations. We started this journey.
Though we spent a lot of money, time, and energy beyond our capacity, we are fortunate to meet great poets, good souls, fine friends and philanthropists, and our well-wishers from the four corners of the world. They fused constant positive vibes into our hearts, and the result is this 13th International Poetry Festival.
Guntur was the meeting point of many established poets besides a number of budding poets who later became good poets, fine editors, authors and organizers of poetry fests. We felt happy when poets released their maiden anthologies in Guntur Poetry Festivals. Apart from our regular academic classwork, teaching and other pressing academic assignments on the campus, we feel short of time to devote much time to poetry and fine arts.
GIPF is a memorable event to us, poets, and to the audience because we meet, greet, click pictures, exchange feelings, present books to one another, and precious gifts. In the evening, dance and singing songs with heart's content, all these are memorable. With the passage of time, GIPF has become a reunion of near and dear poets. We miss that fun and frolic because of this pandemic period, but your words of poetry will kindle great hope which will save the universe from depressions and dark deeds.
During the pandemic, doctors, nurses, and health workers, volunteers from many social organizations, bankers, police, and farmers worked a lot. We hope very soon we will have great days of our past glory, and we strongly believe that once again we will meet in the next Poetry Fest at Guntur with lots of love and affection,
With a wish to spread peace,
with a dream to evolve values,
with a will to save our earth.
with a desire to serve mankind.
Stay safe and stay blessed eternally. Gopi Chand and
And
Nagasusila
Nagasusila.
from 13th GIPF. Thank you.
Sergio Camellini. Sergio Camellini. Poem Locked in a Cage. In this era, locked in a cage, nothing and no one is like before. Today is not yesterday. Today is not tomorrow. In this era, locked in a cage, nothing and no one is like before. Today is not yesterday. Today is not tomorrow. It is the present. Everything continues to be engulfed by words, missing facts. It is the present. Everything continues to be engulfed by words and missing facts. Is there any hope of flying in this world? Is there any hope of flying in this world? Sergio Camellini.
Gia Marshall, with an MPhil and PhD in English literature, is a learning designer and communication specialist skilled in performance and competency development for personal and professional growth. She has published a course on time management for productivity and work-life balance at Udemy. Her short stories have been featured in Adelaide Literary Magazine, the Quarterly Literary Review of Singapore.
Hi, I'm Zia Marshall and I'm going to recite my poem, Settle Within the Pause. Shut out the news, the screen screaming numbers, airing a million views of a fire raging in summer. Bake a cake, create some art, donate, let others partake from your plenteous hearth. Nature is resting in slow silence. Mother Earth is breathing to regain her life. Hi, I'm Zia Marshall and I'm going to recite my poem, Settle Within the Pause. Shut out the news, the screen screaming numbers, airing a million views of a fire raging in summer. Bake a cake, create some art, donate, let others partake from your plenteous hearth. Nature is resting in slow silence. Mother Earth is breathing to regain her lost magnificence. Settle within the pause. Engage in meaningful activity. When you step out of lockdown walls, like a butterfly from pupa, you'll shine in creativity.
K.Y. Alekia is doing second year BA in Andhra Loyola College, Vijayawada. She is a young promising poetess. For encouragement, we have included her poem in this video.
Hi, I am Alekia and I am going to recite my poem Long Walk of Migrants. And my poem is: deserted by contractors, thrown out by landlords, stuck in the expensive cities, without a rupee in their hands, left with no choice but to return home, only with a single hope to return home. They walked for hours and hours, they walked for days and days, on the concrete road, with the bare foot, greeted by the hot sun, with the burden of heavy loads on their heads. Still, they walked for hours and hours, they walked for days and days, having slept on pavements, dressed with dust, suppressed their screams of hunger. Children, unable of this art, cried inconsolable. Still, they walked for hours and hours, they walked for days and days. No sanitation, nor personal hygiene. Nobody cared pandemic, nor they panic. They only feared of starvation deaths in the midst of their journeys. Still, they walked for hours and hours, they walked for days and days. One of the deadliest walks ever, with a single hope, to return home. No one knows where they walked, to home, or to starved deaths, or to chronic diseases, or they engulfed by the pandemic. Thank you.
Debrati Bhattacharya is a bilingual poet writing both in English and Bengali. She was born in Calcutta. She is a lawyer by profession. Debrati's poems have been translated into other languages, and she has presented her poetry in India and outside India.
Hi, I'm Debarati Bhattacharya. I'll be reciting a poem named Butterflies. The poem is written by me. Mid of the night, in my deep sleep, I started walking barefooted. I walked and walked. I saw someone standing on the lone coast, waiting for the wounded waves to take him to his destination. The huge wave swept him into the mid-sea. Gusty wind sprayed brine on his moist face, moist beard, moist with sweat and blood. I saw him struggling with desperation to pull out the frozen, infected sun out of the dismal sea. Cross tides, long nights, lethal virus. Amidst huge waves, the stoic man stood like a white ghost. Every night in my deep sleep, I see him walking on his tired feet, his back bent with heavy load, yet his spine straight. I see him struggling as if nights are never ending. His cold, lonesome heart echoes, "Do not allow the sad wind to slaughter the butterflies. Do not set fire to our migratory, swarming lives. Mother Earth will surely sing a poem musical someday." Alas, the elusive destination thumped, bled, and got scattered on his fateful way. Thank you so much.
Oloru Kemi Badiru Tunde was born about 2.5 decades ago in the family of Mr. and Mrs. Oloru Kemi in Ibadan, Oyo State of Nigeria. He holds OND in Mass Communication from Osun State Polytechnic, Erie, Nigeria. He is at present undergoing his HND program.
Hello, I am Olorunkemi Badiru Tunde by name. I want to recite my poem COVID-19. COVID-19, as I journey on the road of my heart, the gods I see dodge within their shrines. The sultry atmosphere that affects the bushfires also affects the hairs. The mournful sings dead in silence, fear cries. What to call this? I look around to observe. I know not what caused this pandemic in our world. I be to know why host, not flesh, longer heat. I need to know the reason sparrow build not raffia woven leaves. I know not if man sin is the reason for this consequence that fetch us transcendence. But does the pandemic wish to rot our world? The ego of man now featherless, even to the kimping of immature hands. The death knell hunger, our latest visitor of anger. The scariest pandemic ever, in the pain of every human. You've dropped fever as you spread north, west, east, and south, alongside with deadly gift of life ever. Now, the Almighty will entreat you to render us beneficial changes to this world. For it's for you, we dare not behold your furious eye, and so we neck back to your pious oasis.
Milan Franz is an associate professor of English and research guide at St. Xavier's College for Women, Kerala. She has published 3 books and 18 research articles. She writes poems and articles in English and in Malayalam.
Hi, I am Milan Franz. I am going to recite my poem, A Hymn to the Warriors. It's a terrific night, but we sleep in quietude. dreaming about a brighter dawn. Because in this dark, dismal night, the warriors keep vigil. They keep awake for you to sleep calmly. They hold their breath to help you breathe. They burn out to illumine your path. They stay alone for a precious togetherness. They are silent for a treasured concert. Close your eyes and listen to the inner voice. Set out on a journey inward and backward to realize, to repent, and to repair. In this crusade, nature has anointed her angels to guard you. They will heal your wounds with a balm of love and sacrifice and bring your precious lives back from the depths of darkness. Through them, nature will go on sheltering you, feeding you, and healing you. We salute the valiant warriors. In this wonderful orchestration of gratitude, the sky blends the rhythmic showers of mercy, and the wind merges a sublime hymn of acclaim. Thank you.
S. Venkatramaya was born on 7th June 1943. He is the editor of the magazine BizBuzz from Bangalore. He participated in Guntur Poetry Festival several times. He also participated in the World Congress of Poets, Japan in 2014 and Bhubaneswar in 2019. He has 3 collections of poems and several awards to his credit.
Hi, I am Venkatramaya from Bangalore. I am reading my poem, Empty Looking Cities. Cities and metros attracted lakhs of workers from far-off places. Handful of jobs, happy breadwinners all. Went on for decades undisturbed. Then came from unknown source, unheard of COVID-19 virus attack, lockdowns, seal downs, standstill life. From days to months continued. Days passed, hand to mouth for jobless, no trains, buses to return home. Norms of social distancing, staying in. Life became miserable in rich cities. Many of those returned home also were infected unknowingly. Rise in cases, also in deaths. Whom to blame, yet to find. World looking like war torn. Thank you.
Molly Joseph is a bilingual poet, author, editor, short story writer, writes travelogues, published 7 books of poems, retired HOD Department of English from St. Xavier's College, Aluva, Kerala. Now she works as a professor in communication skills, FISAT, Mokkannur and Kerala.
Greetings everyone. I am Molly Joseph, reciting my poem, Migrants. Migrants. Merciless you were, denying justice, when you brand me and mine as migrants. You needed the sweat of ours to water your crops. You needed to ooze out our youth and health to build mansions. What not? On top of our broken spines, bent down heads, you erected flyovers, bridges. In slums we swept, in slums we slept, with dusty nothings scattered all around. Only the vagrant wind brushed us past with whispers of solace. Now you ask us to leave. Say, we are not part of this part of earth. The pandemic, its fear, propels you to oust us out. We trudge miles on foot with kids on empty stomachs, famishing for food. We fall tired on railway tracks, dozing off in languid slumbers, only to be chopped up by your fast-tracked frenzy. Are we not worth even to exist as humans? While on the other side, COVID teaches to shed divides and equalizes. If not for us, how could you live like this, wallowing in cozy environs and classy castles? You shout out, silencing, suppressing our rights to claim our little space. This world bears our signature more than yours. This earth breathes our presence more than yours. Wait, no cult or creed can erase our exodus, its pains, the struggles of humanity at large, an eternal wound in human history. Thank you.
Kiyomi is a poetry writer and a blogger based in Lagos, Nigeria. He is a graduate of quantity surveying and utilizes his leisure time as a freelance writer. His hobbies are walking and meeting new people.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiyomi and I'm reciting my poem, Painful Bondage, The Plight of Migrant Laborers. Lostful space of greens, shrubs and trees of varying shapes, colorful flowers blossom after the bees, showers of blessings in all forms. Alas, this city care not for our dying shadows, of our rumbling bellies or tattered selves, nor of our scent for help filtered through its flavored nosaries. We wait long after its masquerading vigils, and eat from its corner beans, just as those before us of yesterdays and others before them. Neither here nor there to set out free. Our eyes are empty of tears, blinded by the arrows of poverty or of loyalty to a strange land. We wail painfully in bondage, live in fear and of self-doubts, against our freedom and self-pride in a city running of gold. Thank you.
Dr. Queen Sarkar is a multilingual poet, an academician and a translator based in Ranchi, India. Sarkar has done her PhD from IIT Kharagpur.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Queen Sarkar from India, and the title of my poem is The Sound of Quarantine Silence. Panic gripped me inside as the statistics tried. Shuttling between the kitchen and bedroom, I quarantined myself, thinking about the forthcoming doom. As the tenor of everyday life dimmed, I cried, dehydrating my skin and sense of hope at the same time. The conspiracy theories abounded as the bodies pile up, perhaps creating the greatest of Athenian tragedies with every hiccup. The pyres are burning day and night, telling us that the tales of Cassandra shouldn't be taken as hackened and trite. Social order broke down as the curfew extended in the midtown. The poor endured dreadful conditions as the Cimmerian darkness covered the parting soul.
Antaryami Mishra is a bilingual poet. He works as a senior English teacher in RDCHS school, Chilka Naupada, Puri, India. He has contributed to many anthologies of national and international repute. Wahe has a collection of Odia poems published in 2017. Recently, his winning poem has been reviewed by a popular literary forum, the Haven Phonis.
Hi, I am Antaryami Mishra and I am going to recite my poem COVID Affidavit. Throughout the country, huge cry of COVID. No work wages anymore in the distant land. The hands in line and the way returning. The traffic and roads, rails, even the sky, crowded by people in luxury so high. Leverage special now is quite pleasing. In Surat, Chennai, Bangalore, Bengal, reaches visible, not we they are at all. Won't let death take our taste, win and prevail. Putting under acts of hunger and thirst, packing a few bundles of dear dreams lost, homeward handful, charcoal flickering, withstood flawed storms from distance returning. Get us chances, assess power worth watching. Get us chances, assess power worth watching.
Is a bilingual poet from Kerala state. He has attended various literary conferences in India and abroad. He presented his poems at World Congress of Poets in Taiwan in the year 2015, China 2018, and Literary Conference in Serbia 2007. He has received many awards and honors from various organizations such as the Sahitya Sri Award.
Hi dear poets and friends, I am Sridharan Parakod, reciting my poem titled The Returning Dreams. The Returning Dreams. Was he waiting at the platform with faded thoughts of his village? Was he waiting at the platform with faded thoughts of his village? Has empty belly to tell stories of full day starvation? Has empty belly to tell stories of full day starvation? Experiences to be explained of nature of job, days of joblessness, sleep and sleeplessness, palpitation of day's heart and parameters of night's length. Experiences to be explained of nature of job, days of joblessness, sleep and sleeplessness, palpitation of day's heart and parameters of night's length. Emotions of aged parents, prescriptions for permanent ailments and medicines prevented from a homecoming. Emotions of aged parents, prescriptions for permanent ailments and medicines prevented from a homecoming. The youngest colorful syllabus too. The youngest colorful syllabus too. Pains do not go away. Pains do not go away, but try to accompany very close. Pains do not go away, but try to accompany very close, sometimes with the news of demise of relative. Sometimes with the news of demises of relatives. Rent, water charge, electricity bill, and mobile recharge, now connector of life. Rent, water charge, electricity bill, and mobile recharge, now connector of life. Seasonal unemployment, everything played their roles in taking out his turnover, perhaps. Everything played their roles in taking out his turnover, perhaps. As some of the passengers moved for the scheduled journey, he also waved his hands. He also waved his hands to the water seller standing aloof, with filled eyes. As some of the passengers moved for the scheduled journey, he also waved his hands to the water seller standing aloof with filled eyes.
Gulnar Rahim Khan is a retired bank officer holding a master's in English literature. She is a bilingual poet and short story writer. She writes both in English and Hindi.
Hello, I am Gulnar Rahim Khan from Chennai. The title of my poem is In Death Lies Our Dignity. Are you serious? Do you really wish to know why on the fatal tracks we rested our dizzy eyes? Should we have known we would be mowed down? Were we not asked to stay put? and wait for our turn to die? Why did we choose to walk, carrying our children on our shoulders, and upon our backs our wives, along with our fragile mothers? With vacant stomachs, weighty hearts, and limbs numb with pain, buffeted by the heat and by storms of dust and of hail, riding and carrying aloft our bicycles in shambles, goading our emaciated bodies along on stabbing stones and thorns, for a scoop of spilt milk, engaging with street dogs in a wrangle, even as you were watching with dramas and dancing to bells and songs, stuffing ourselves in containers and cement mixers that suffocated, fighting for a seat in buses and trains that got negated, standing for stale bread and for bathrooms in mile-long queues. Step into our shoes, sir, and get a taste of what we went through. You would weep at the precious lives lost on the way. You would shudder at the bleeding blisters on my soul. You would drop a kind word, though not food, from your planes. If only you had in you a bit of a human heart and soul. The wheels of the train or the truck tires did not crush us. Hunger and thirst did not slay us, nor did the fatigue or the virus. What killed us was your insensitivity, indifference, and inhumanity. Yes, we decided to walk, to reclaim in our death our dignity. Thank you.
Neha Bhandarkar is a trilingual poet. She published 11 books in Marathi, Hindi, and English. She is a recipient of many prestigious literary awards from India, like State Sahitya Academy, and from foreign countries also. Her many poems and stories are being published in many anthologies, online zines, and magazines in all over the world. Her many poetries have been translated.
Hi friends, I am Neha Bhandarkar from Nagpur. The theme of my poetry is The Life in the Time of COVID, and the title of my poetry is Omnious Plight. She can't play a role of some darling, beloved, or a wife. Even she doesn't have in her body the outbreak of natural sexual impulses. Her inner energy gets overpowered by the Naxal winds like Amphan. Communal uproar destroys her womanhood. Terrorism dominates her motherliness. And in addition to all, the pandemic caused by a virus, the scoundrel biological particle puts in danger her maternity. Despite it, keeps rising some lava like the dormant volcano inside every woman. Neither she can live nor can bloom up in the heavenly natural phenomena. Like any season of fall, she remains offbeat, upset, doesn't let her live in this way, such an ominous plight, and all she remains ruthless, illiterate like empty pages. Moreover, the pages of her life depict an unwritten poem in a consistent manner. Nowadays, her fingers type only the words. Nowadays, her fingers type only the words, "Go Corona go." Go Corona go in a consistent manner, Thank you so much.
Dr. Ramakishore Bhattacharya has been teaching English language and literature for over 33 years. He wrote poems, essays, and short stories. He has published 14 books and he is the recipient of many prestigious awards.
Hi, I am Ramkishore Bhattacharya. The name of my poetry, O Vicious Guest. How can I explain myself? Some alphabets in the shadowy world are playing the violin. Men are born social. But all of you started to think social distance. On the Love Avenue, my magical and dazzling dreams pointed my way diligently. Relations are the colorful ornaments. O virus, O vicious invisible guest, how can I separate myself from the relation of soul? Thank you.
Shivraj Pradhan is from Tea Industry Belt of West Bengal, India. He is a Gandhian social worker, Peace Ambassador of Gandhi Peace Foundation, Nepal. He won the Galaxy Jury Award, honored from various poetry sites of the world. Till date, his poems have been published in 10 anthologies in English, Hindi and Spanish. So far, he has 5 world records in his bag.
I am Shivraj Pradhan and I am going to recite poem titled Bravery of Frontline Workers in COVID-19. My true words from prayer roll for them who took to peace of brave fews. Illustrating valiant night valor to audaciously tackle the fatal clutch of COVID-19, who guarded their lives, shunning fear of death. How horrible may it be, because braves die once, fighting to the last with a smile, and they embrace death. In this pandemic crisis, doctors, nurses, health workers, social workers, police forces, media workers, and paid ties, pairing to base tie of Herculean valor and firmness, indeed have done lines of feet to pronounce total defeat to devouring leaf of pandemic. Duty of saving these suffering fellow brothers and sisters, these frontline workers or corona warriors sacrificing their lives in altar of sinister pandemic, truly have set such example of bravery that human history will preserve it in its golden page. Individually, their love for family, near and dear, never stood on call of duty, the duty to save and safeguard the human families from death trap of COVID-19. Emphatically to pronounce total defeat to this devouring curse by the heroic act and sacrifices, visibly igniting the warring spirit, citing badge of warriors in order to respond the call of service to society. History makers, you all are. The tale of your bravery, sacrifices, and dutifulness surely shall carve indelible footprints in the passage of time. The generation to come, drawing inspiration from your copious deed, may always rise up with the spirit of bravery, sacrifices, and dutifulness in the hour of need, in the hour of crisis.
Dr. John Methuselah is an educationist and a passionate language and soft skills professional with 20 years of experience. He has written many poems and his poems were published in many anthologies.
Hello and welcome to the 13th Guntur International Poetry Festival. My name is John Methuselah and I am an educationist. My poem is Long Walk Home. Let me read it for you. Long walk home. Home they brought the migrants dead. The pregnant mother who never gave birth. The hungry child who cried to death. Laborers who built, never asking what the country did. Never strangers to hunger or queuing hardships, starved in hope and braved certainty. In self-assurance that this too would pass, waited in vain, but no Godot came across. Waited in vain, but no Godot came across. With the albatrossy assets around their neck, ignoring the Ides of March, exodused to their parents' lap to avoid dying in a strange land. And April, being the cruelest month, bred mayhem in the COVID times. They tracked the road less traveled on foot. They tracked the road less traveled on foot. A long walk home from neglect and abandon. Wading through the lagoons of mirage in the scorching sun and boiling tar, treading tired miles to go before sleep. Treading tired miles to go before sleep, they fell prey to the gentle breeze. Cares to the air on the sleepers reclined and dreamt of their homebound train. Only a gutsy heart can now listen to the monologues of their severed feet. Only a gutsy heart can now listen to the monologues of their severed feet, asking if it were a road not taken, for wages of whose sin they reap, asking if it were a road not taken, for wages of whose sin they reap. Thank you.
Dr. R. Venkatramana hails from a railway town, Guntakal of Andhra Pradesh. He had his PhD degree from Yogi Vemana University, Kadapa, on the topic Social Criticism in the Poetry of T.V. Reddy and P. Raja. He has more than 20 publications to his credit. At present, he is working as a professor of English in CMR Engineering College, Hyderabad.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. R. Venkatramana. Today I am going to recite a poem, Broken Hearts on Highways. While I walk on the road, the sight pierces me. In conversation, it keeps me engrossed. At the outset, it narrates multiple tales. Heedless I am to its tune and interpretation. I do not question feathers of anecdotes it sketches. Pitiable plights of migrants in COVID-19 lockdown days. Howbeit their bleeding feet know no rest. Miles to go still before they sleep. Roads map tales of migrants and bicycle riders. Pathway unfolds the story of pregnant woman who has given birth to a child on the road. Still, she resumes her journey with will. Miles to go before she sleeps. Highways march with their broken hearts. Extreme hunger leads to extreme acts. Many more miles to reach their homes. My heart grieves at their unending woes, as their destination tantalizes their spirits. It rends my heart, choking with tears. Thank you very much.
Hemant Pramanik is a bilingual poet, short story writer, and teacher, a widely published writer in reputed journals like Deshkal, Poets International, Poet Crit, Metverse. His articles were published in many national and international journals.
Hi, I am Hemant Pramanik and I am going to recite my poem. Migration Acres. None but nature nurtures them. They are the moving continuity, ceaseless toiling day and night, uninterrupted flow of eternity. From high hills even to deep seas, wandering the pale faces of humanity, from arid deserts to lush plains, revealing a severe uncertainty. Away from own soil and dear ones, to catch up the mirage of prosperity, life beating in hungry stomach, human predicament to extremity. Trudging legs on endless miles, for the sweet home's proximity, facing ordeals in court of time, like the substances of passivity. As flesh and blood building civilization, omnipresent they are the community, trumpeting their earnest SOS calls, walking down the paths to futurity.
Ayesha Bhumi is a postgraduate in English working as a teacher in Little Flower House at Varanasi, India. She has presented research papers in national and international seminars. She has edited an anthology of poetry and short stories entitled Passion Redefined, coming up shortly from Book Clinic. She loves writing poetry and short stories.
I am Aisha Bhumi and I am going to recite my virgin poem titled COVID-19 versus Migrant Laborers. Unexpected are the ways of God. Through China, COVID-19 he brought. None in the world had ever sought the impact this corona has brought. The worst affected are the workers' lot. Long lockdown put them in tight spot. Lack of food and work made them rot. They began migrating to their home plot. On foot or cycle or on bullock carts, they begin their journeys in climate hot. Some died in the ways to their native knot, and the lucky ones got their village caught. Some good Samaritans fed them all. Some faced hunger but never talked. Governments too tried to help this lot, but their incessant journey didn't stop. Now, millions of them have future not. Only God can help them walk and trot. Thank you so much.
Dr. Lakshmi Banerjee was a professor of English and Cultural Studies from Calcutta University, was the former Vice Chancellor of Kolhan University, published 5 books of poems, and most of Lakshmi Banerjee's poems were anthologized.
Hi, I am Lakshmi Shri Banerjee. My poem is titled COVID Plight. For ageless months and endless weeks, this minuscule dot of fatality ravages the panoramic beauty of infinity. This lurid COVID, with its demoniac blight, has fractured and torn apart our lives. On the frayed edges of benighted sighs, the migrant workers with unstoppable fright, like insignificant ants moving in a line, afraid of accidents, hopelessness, police might, the wretched of the earth, driven out of homes, aliens of our land, disowned by their own, on fatigued tracks, in the penumbra of penury, they strive against the virus while still hungry. We are defeated by nature's avenging fury, tremorous with our arrogant, greedy history. The sages and emperors are down on their knees, but the azure, the seas have regained their gleam. Our blooms and children cry, earth now is green. So, in this jailed lockdown, without any frill, we pray for a redemptive, sunny Corona thrill. Thank you.
Sujata Dash is a retired banker. She is passionate about poetry and music. Nature remains her first love and she is enamored by its beauty and subtleties. She is a regular contributor to anthologies published both nationwide and worldwide. Till now, she has one published anthology of poems entitled More Than Mere, published by Authors Press to her credit. She is from Bhubaneswar.
Hello, my name is Sujata Das. I am from Bhubaneswar. My poem, No Answer, is on the theme Hunger Deaths. No answer. Face cold as snow, eyes dark as night. Her demeanor speaks loud about her plight. She has been starving for days in a row, completely engulfed now by dismay and sorrow. Begging for mercy and not for money, all that she needs now is one modest meal to fill her belly. A mouthful of gesture to assuage pangs of hunger. She knows her fate, the imminent, hangs like sword of Damocles over her head. Yet she gropes hard to sniff and find documents of right to live, love life, being unable to grasp causes of languor. She has to beg from door to door. To whom shall she tell her tale of woe? To whom shall she tell her tale of woe? So wretched condition and seething hunger, the rich is squandering as perfume. The rich is squandering as perfume, and the poor like her bleeds, and ultimately perishes. The chasm is widening further and further. The stark naked reality sits pretty, elicits no answer.
Saubhagini Nanda is a free verse poet and a freelance writer as well as co-author. She has contributed poems to many anthologies. She lives in Kolkata with her family.
I am Saubhagini Nanda, Jaipur, Koraput, Odisha. Going to present my poem, Noble Warriors. Service is a noble duty and virtuous deeds, satisfying one's mind with pleasant words. Service to mankind is service to God, it says, but never expect anything despite odds. Helping others with sympathy and selflessness. Service mind is one's heart. Thousands of warriors from different fields engaged to serve patient with experience art without fearing to corona, the dreaded virus, risking their own life for others' sake. Doctors and nurses, the demigods on earth, visit 24 hours inside the ICU without break. Police and paramilitary force, day and night, in rain or in mighty burning sun. Maintaining discipline for physical and social distance, sometimes using their canes to control instead of gun. Religion, caste, creeds, or colors. A service warriors never distinguish or search. If anyone benefited by his little work or help, the warrior's life is successfully fulfilled till the march.
Sunita Paul is an established author, publisher, poet, social activist, entrepreneur, and organizer of blogs. She is from Calcutta.
Hi, this is Sunita Paul from Kolkata, and today I'm going to recite a poem, Life in the COVID times 19. Life is short and now shortened more. Uncertainty is the only existing word in future store. Struggling sailing through rough time and tough tide, it's not of course a joyous roller coaster ride. One virus, million lives, each one we are trying to survive. Be it the elite class or the page 3 celebrity, the migrant workers, the daily laborers, or each one of us trying to save our identity. For some, quarantine was a luxurious break. Many reflected in their thoughts as a spiritual shake. Some sharpened their hidden talents, some flaunted too. Webinars, online workshops, etc., whatever they could do. Then there are ones who are less fortunate. Struggling to survive is their common fate. Seeing this lockdown is a crisis to face. Many lives ruined, all exhausted in the life's race. The life after lockdown won't remain the same. Life is now a hide-and-seek game. But come what may, we keep our prayers and hopes on, waiting for dark nights to end and rising of new dawn. Thank you so much.
Vibhavari Bhushan is a science graduate and an avid reader who loves to express herself through poetry.
Hi, I am Vibhavari Bhushan and I am going to recite my poem, The Invisible List. Here it goes. The Invisible List. Behind the blue mask, hidden dried tears and silent prayers, but not her tense nerves. Holding the thermal gun, comforting others with her mute lullabies, depriving her 6 months old. Behind the green mask, hidden 6 empty bellies. She is to serve day and night, and the invisible list is too long. What do we have to offer them? Respect? Maybe awards, medals, or copper plates for few? Maybe compensation for their deaths? Maybe applause and standing ovations, but no viable change in their lives. Warriors change from time to time, and their places or designations, remunerations remain the same. Those decorative words from demagogues. Freedom was a word too. Thank you.
Dr. Naveen Kumar Upadhyay is a retired government officer, former scientist, poet, translator, introduction writer, editor, publisher, translator of Sanskrit texts like Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Gita Govindam, etc. He has published more than 90 books on Amazon Kindle. He is the recipient of Indian Ambassador of International Forum.
I am going to recite my poem, Life in the Times of COVID. A gift of nature, nourished on the lovely green earth, a large species like Homo sapiens enjoying the lovely gift created his establishment of his own will, superfine, now have been captured within a fear prison without any arms. These days, avoiding to touch even sole finger of his kins and relatives, always alert to escape from the danger of his body. All the relationships vanished, even temple, church, God, in a case, position of people such they may breathe last due to corona or may due to hunger. Transmission, transportation, educational institution, playground, swimming pool, entertainment place, all lockdown. Industry, business place, the street path, all in shutdown. Everywhere darkness appears as if whole creation submerged. Love, affection, humanity, sympathy, social services are lacking far behind. The whole world now wants love, peace, harmony, kindness and unity. People are trembling to see this awkward, unusual stage, looking for a ray of hope where all this will be away from this earth, all urging God to illuminate the path of blessings walk. Is this the age of corona? People forced to wear mask? What an ugly fate of human. Nobody will able to do this task. All looking helpless in this very poor, rude and rigid condition. Oh my God, please best all people be away from this earth, all aberrations. Thank you. Thank you.